What's up, gamer girls? It's Muteki Tensai. Here we got a locals winning deck profile for the first set of Zenkai. We got the busted best card in the set, Bardock'S crew.
Yeah.
So Johnny, what does this do?
The lead does only one thing on the front, and that's draw a card when you play a Bardock'S crew member. But you always awaken turn 2 because it says if you have either 4 life or 4 Bardock'S crew members in your energy, Z energy, drop, or battle area, you get to awaken and go down to 6 life. And that's happened turn 2 every game. It's consistent. Sometimes you can do it turn 1, but there's no reason to. And then at the backside, it does the same thing. When you play a Bardock'S crew member, draw a card, and then he has, when he attacks, you can combo with a Bardock'S crew card with 5,000 combo power from your drop area. So that lets you loop your Z energy into your drop and then put it back. Or if one of your battle cards gets killed, you can put it back in, and just keeps your resources, going. And then the activate main these are nuts. You can rest one of your Bardock'S crew cards to choose one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and KO it. Okay. So the board never really filled up, except in one matchup it filled up.
All right.
Yeah, we'll explain that.
Yeah. Show that Zenkai back.
Got the Z deck right here. You got one of the Z leader. Z awaken when you're at 3 life or less, and then he has for 3 Z energy. When he swings, or when you combo with a Bardock'S crew card, you get to draw a card. So that just basically replaces when you play a card, draw a card. You're not going to get card advantage, but it keeps your hand from going down. And then activate main is the same, similar to what the other one had, the non-Z awakened one, but now it's rest a Bardock'S crew member, and you get to choose 2 of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and negate their skills and KO them.
Okay.
So this was keeping the board clear all the time. It gets rid of indestructible, any of the, can't be removed from the battle area. This just
that's really good.
Oh yeah, it goes straight through it. And honestly, this never got played. I'm sure it would in some situations where I just wanted to get, one of my Z energy in the drop, but I was just keeping tempo with the other cards. It's just honestly, in this deck, it's a 2-cost 15k dual attacker for 1 Z energy. And then we have 2 of the Goku SR. This is another one that never got played. I could see it being used in grindier matchups. I was holding my Z energy just so I can get to 3 and Z awaken. And then that's it for the Z deck. So what we're gonna have to do,
I feel like once everything is actually out there, that black Vegeta card could go in here because then you put yourself to 3, self-awaken to Z.
It could be good. I didn't see, I didn't have one, so it didn't go in. But I could see it helping get to 3 because often you're staying at 6 for so much of the game. And then for the main deck, we don't really have to spend too much time on this. It's just standard yellow stuff. 1 Poutine, 1 Power of a Super Saiyan, 1 Bergamo, and then of course 1 Champa just in case. Get the message across. 2 Coolers because you're playing yellow. There's no reason not to. 2 Frieza's Army Reinforcements, free blocker negate. 4 Ripostes, because again, yellow, you should be playing 4. 2 Realm of the Gods, Black Kamehamehas. This one came in handy on both modes, because so much of the deck rests things. On my turn, I was just popping something, and then the Activate Battle 2, just on your defense, rest 2 of their battle cards is huge. And then you've got your 4 super combos here.
Yeah, so just the stuff you want to run in every single yellow deck that you can.
Yeah, no, there's no reason not to. It takes up a ton of space, but you're playing yellow, you'll see it all. And then the rest of the deck, we have 3 Planet Vegetas, extra cards, so it makes Riposte easier, and it lets you tutor pretty much the whole deck, outside of your secret rare and the big guys. 3 Bardock crew leader. He's your pay 1 top 5. Add a Bardock'S crew member or a 2-cost Unison to hand. Then you have 4 Borgus, because again, it's the best yellow counterplay now. Yeah. Why wouldn't you just pay 1 on your lead, draw a card, rest their battle card?
I really, really like this card in most yellow decks, just because, like you said, it's just pay 1, tap anything 7 or less.
Yeah, and not even just on counterplay. There was one game where I was like, I need to get a battle card out, so played him, rested their battle card, and then killed their battle card with lead effect.
Yeah, and then that also lets you trigger the Poutine and the Bergamo and a lot of yellow stuff.
And we have 2 Tora. I never used this as a floodgate. It was often just a pay 1, negate the attack, but then again, draw a card with your leader. 2 Shigesh, just same, pay 1, draw a card. and then 2 Fascia, and she's the from your hand, discard her, look at the top 5 to do the same thing as crew leader.
And then, so how do you feel about the useless permanent that makes them all 10Ks?
It came in handy, I think, once because my opponent was still unawakened, so then I was just able to come through with some 10Ks. But other than that, like it never comes in handy. Like they're just once everyone awakens, you're just kind of stuck there, and they're gonna be doing whatever as combo fodder. So that's those guys. With your 1-drops, this card makes the deck go. You want 4 the Gine Unison. When you play her for 2, she gets to play a 1-drop. Any 1-drop, crew member. So you can go into like this one here, pay 2, turn 2, play Bardock. Bardock comes in, she plays it in and switches it to rest mode. So then that goes to rest mode, triggers her +1, which draws you a card. And then Bardock's auto is there, so you get to look at the top 5 to add a crew member or a Unison to hand, which then triggers your leader because you get to draw when you play a Bardock's crew member. So on the turn you play her, you're getting 3 cards to hand, and then Awakening, playing something else, drawing another card. She keeps cards in your hand really well. With her, we're playing a Unison, no reason not to run 2 Vegetas. It's just free, and seems like, honestly, most games she came out turn 2, so just having him live is another free blocker. So no reason not to. I wouldn't go more than 2 just because you have 4 Borgus. And then, you got to bring the big boy back. 2 Raiders War Cries, because he can come in on your opponent's turn. So you can pay 2, then combo with him, then he'll come in, you'll draw a card off lead, draw a card off of his effect, and rest one of their battle cards, which then you could kill when it comes back to your turn with lead effect. Yeah. And then we've got the rest of the boys, the monkeys. 3 Grade 8 Bardock, 3 Borgus, 3 Tora, and then 3 Shigesh. And the reason you play 3 of each is they're really good, but the deck is so tight because you have that huge yellow package that just trying to keep these in their ratio so you can see them, but you don't have, you don't want to be at 60. I didn't feel 60 was worth it. I stayed at 56.
So what do they all do?
So this one here, when you play, get to 3 energy, Bardock will let you, trigger his auto. They all have this effect here. When you hit that requirement, like you're awakened, the 4 Bardock's crew members in energy, Z energy, battle area, or drop, you get to play them for 1. Except for Tora, he comes out on a combo. He's a little different. But those ones come out for 1, and then they have different, on plays or autos. Bardock has pay 1 if you have 3 or more energy. You get to go through your deck for 2 other grade 8s with energy costs of 3 and different names, and then play them with their skills negated. So on turn 3, you can play him, pay 1, then grab these 2 guys, and now you've got 3 bodies out for 2 energy.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. And then he has, when you play him, you get to draw a card from your deck and then bottom deck a card from hand. So if you had like one of these apes in your hand, you could just put them on the bottom of the deck so you know they're there for his on-play auto. Borgus is, when you play him for 1 with the same effect, you get to choose one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. And then he has, if he gets switched to rest mode by one of your skills, you get to restand him. So that lets you switch him with the lead activate main to restand him, so you still get to attack and trigger this effect, which then triggers the draw on your Unison. So it's just a ton of value for doing what the deck wants. And then lastly, we have Shigesh. He's your double striker, whereas Borgus is the dual attack. When you have 3 or more energy, his on play is for 1 energy. He gets to come into play and then kill a card in rest mode, battle card. So that's what those guys do. They keep the deck going in the late game. You can just start playing them for 1 and, just 20k pressure. Then Tora is the combo one. He's kind of like Warcry. When your lead is on its backside, you can combo with him, and then at the end of combat, pay 1, and you can play him from your drop, which will still trigger the effect, and he's a blocker. And he has, if he switched to rest mode, restand him as well.
So this is another one that you could play on your opponent's turn, so that you can draw on your opponent's turn.
Correct, yeah. I think the best thing to do is you want to be able to draw that card on your turn, draw a card on your opponent's turn, just to keep yourself going, keep your board state, everything live. And then we've got 2 of the big boy. He's nasty. Deflect, Blocker, Revenge. When he gets played from your hand, you get to choose 4 different non-Bardock's crew members and put them underneath him. So you meet that requirement with your apes or the regular 1-drops, and you just need a fascia. So then once those come in, they'll go in underneath him. And he's got this activate battle that says if your leader card is a Bardock's crew card and your opponent has 3 or more energy, you get to take 1 card from under him, use it in a combo, and then he gets to restand. So you can either get 5 attacks on your turn or block 5 cards with revenge on their turn. And he has the same requirement. Everything has the if you have 4 or more cards with different names that are Bardock's crew and energy, it's the energy drop in battle area, you get to play him. So he's a turn 3 play with deflect.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, he puts a lot of pressure or a lot of defense.
Yeah. So he basically has like quintuple attack.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, he does get quintuple attack. And then lastly,
Not even the God Bearer, you poor.
Yeah, yes, broke, But we got the big guy. He's for 3 energy. You get to play him, rest any one of your opponent's cards, and he's a deflect double strike dual attacker. So you just play him punch face. They've already had to stop however many ape attacks, and now they've got to deal with this guy. And if he doesn't kill, you have your activate main. You can remove him from the game, choose 2 of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, ignoring barrier, KO them, and then your opponent can only attack with battle cards 1 time next turn. So it floodgates them. So now you've got this wall of defense with everything else, and then this guy's just telling them to get 1 more attack.
All right, yeah. I feel like this deck is not as bad as everyone says it is. Do you think it's better than people have been saying?
I do. It did really well today. I played launch round 1, and then round 2 was Metacooler, and round 3 was Jiren. And it was putting in work. I was able to keep the board clear most of the time. My hand never felt like it was empty. And the only time I really had an issue clearing the board was Metacooler when I got 100 Metacoolers dropped on me.
Do you think that
shout outs to Sean?
Do you think that there will be any changes that you make when we get full release of the set next week? Like, is there anything
Honestly, I
missing?
think it's in a good spot right now. I probably have to adjust the ratios a bit. I feel like you almost want more Bardock's crew members in here, but I'm not exactly sure which ones to switch out yet. I know I'll probably be fixing the Z deck. I need a couple more of the Gokus and maybe 1 more Gohan. But
Alright.
I think it's in a pretty good spot. It's a lot of fun. It's it's what I've wanted. I've been begging for a yellow Bardock's crew lead that works with great apes, and we finally got a good one, I think.
Finally.
Oh yeah.
Well, thank you. If you guys like this, like, comment, subscribe, and you got any other shout outs you want to do?
Oh yeah, shout out to everyone at Warehouse 51. We got a great community here, good locals. Shout outs to all of Team Muteki. We're getting out there, gonna start doing stuff. And I think that's about it.
All right, thank you guys for watching.